The story of Hazrat Yousuf, Joseph, is a profound and intricate narrative found in the Quran, providing rich moral lessons and insights into human behavior, faith, and divine providence. Below is a comprehensive retelling of the story, elaborating on its various aspects and themes. In the land of Canaan there lived a righteous man named Hazrat Yaqub, Jacob, who had 12 sons. Among them was Hazrat Yousuf, whom Yaqub loved dearly. Hazrat Yousuf was gifted with beauty, wisdom, and prophetic dreams. One night he had a dream in which he saw 11 stars, the sun, and the moon prostrating to him. He excitedly shared this dream with his father and brothers, unaware of the jealousy it would stir within them. Hazrat Yusuf's brothers grew envious of him due to their father's affection and the prophetic dreams he received. They conspired to get rid of him and plotted to throw him into a well while they were out tending to their flock. Hazrat Yaqub, sensing danger, cautioned his son to be wary of his brothers. However, Hazrat Yusuf's brothers seized him, stripped him of his coat, and cast him into the depths of the well. Then they returned home, feigning grief and telling their father that a wolf had devoured Hazrat Yousuf. Hazrat Yousuf was discovered by a passing caravan of travelers, who took him out of the well and sold him as a slave in Egypt. He was purchased by an Egyptian nobleman named Aziz, who recognized Hazrat Yousuf's exceptional qualities and entrusted him with responsibilities in his household. Despite being a slave, Hazrat Yousuf conducted himself with dignity and integrity, earning the admiration and trust of Aziz and his family. However, his steadfastness was soon to be tested. Aziz's wife, Zuleika, became infatuated with Hazrat Yusuf's beauty and made advances towards him. Hazrat Yousuf, being a righteous man, rejected her advances, fearing Allah's displeasure. Enraged by his refusal, Zuleika falsely accused Hazrat Yousuf of trying to seduce her. As a result, he was unjustly thrown into prison. In prison, Hazrat Yousuf found himself among other inmates, including 2 servants of the king who had been imprisoned due to unsettling dreams. Hazrat Yousuf, gifted with the ability to interpret dreams, offered to interpret their dreams for them. One of the inmates dreamt of pressing grapes to make wine for the king, while the other dreamt of carrying bread on his head, which birds were eating. Hazrat Yousuf interpreted these dreams, predicting that one of the inmates would be executed while the other would be restored to his former position. Hazrat Yousuf's interpretations came to pass, and the inmate who was released promised to mention Hazrat Yousuf to the king. Sometime later, the king of Egypt had a perplexing dream of 7 fat cows being devoured by 7 lean cows and 7 green ears of grain being eaten by 7 withered ones. The inmate remembered Hazrat Yusuf's talent for dream interpretation and informed the king about him. Hazrat Yousuf was summoned to the king's court, where he accurately interpreted the dream as a prophecy of 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. Impressed by Hazrat Yusuf's wisdom, the king appointed him as the vizier of Egypt, entrusting him with the task of preparing for the impending famine. As predicted, the famine struck Egypt and neighboring lands, causing widespread suffering. Hazrat Yousuf, with his meticulous planning, managed to store enough food to sustain the people during the famine. Among those affected by the famine were Hazrat Yusuf's own family back in Canaan. His brothers traveled to Egypt to procure provisions, unknowingly encountering Hazrat Yousuf, who had now risen to a position of power and authority. Hazrat Yousuf recognized his brothers but chose to conceal his identity initially, testing their character and remorse for their past actions. He instructed them to bring their youngest brother, Benjamin, to prove their honesty. Upon their return with Benjamin, Hazrat Yousuf revealed himself to his brothers, forgiving them for their betrayal and embracing them warmly. He invited his entire family to Egypt, where they were reunited and lived prosperously under his care. The story of Hazrat Yousuf is replete with moral lessons and profound insights. It teaches us about the dangers of jealousy and betrayal, the importance of patience and perseverance in the face of adversity, and the power of forgiveness and reconciliation. It also highlights the belief in divine providence and the ultimate triumph of righteousness over evil. In conclusion, the story of Hazrat Yousuf serves as a timeless testament to the enduring values of faith, resilience, and compassion, inspiring generations to strive for righteousness and forgiveness in their own lives.